Thank you. Gentleman from the Northern Mariana Islands, Mr. Sablan.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing, and welcome to all the witnesses. Thank you for being here with us. Ms. Bird, I know you're here appearing in your position as Director of the Youth Policy. But I'm also taken back in your oral presentation with the passion you have in supporting your testimony. So I have a few questions for you. I want to know about funding levels, and when we talk about money here, sometimes it gets into a higher level of discussions. But your testimony notes that, quote, current funding levels are insufficient to provide the employment and training services that individuals with barriers to employment need to move out of poverty and into good jobs. Current federal youth employment and training programs serve approximately 339,000 opportunity youth, reaching just about 25% of the young people in need of employment, education, and service pathways. So let me ask, if Congress were to say double the funding for youth employment and training programs, what do you see the potential in the participation rate?
Thank you for that question. It's really critical. So first thing is that we've seen funding levels dramatically decline for employment and training programs for young people over the last 40 years, and in particular in the last, since 2000. And so we are not at the funding levels where we used to be. So we know that at some point in our history, this country did think these were critical investments, early work experience, and those skills. So as it relates to Opportunity Youth in particular, if we do need to increase the funding, we have 4.5 million young people who are out of school and out of work, and yet we're only serving a fraction of those young people through programs like Job Corps, Youth Build, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act programs. And so we know that we should scale up those programs and serve them. Now, we would increase participation, but it's not just a formula that if you double the funding, you double the amount of young people engaged, because we know we need to think about the supportive services, work supports, as well as the different types of programs that young people are engaged in. You could
essentially double it, maybe even more than double, right? If it's done right?
Yeah, what we've been calling for through the Reconnect Youth campaign is that we need annually to engage at least 1 million more young people in these opportunities. And so that includes a range of things like summer youth employment, like work-based learning, and all those other opportunities.
Which leads me to my next question, really, is I would like to know your opinion about which federal program are most effective in assisting opportunity youth, for example. In your testimony, you described this group as like you just said, 4.5 million young people ages 16 to 24 who are not participating in school or work. So can you give me your assessment on which programs, federal programs, some we may have in my district, the Northern Marianas, and some we may not have been most effective in addressing this cohort? And in particular, can you speak to the effectiveness of Job Corps centers, which we do not have in my district, regrettably?
Yes, so I will try to get to as much of that as possible. So the issues that young people, especially opportunity, face are not one-size-fits-all issues. And so there's no one answer like this is the most effective program. What we know from research and state and local experience and implementation, that there are effective strategies like work-based learning that allows young people to earn and learn, like integrated education training, which allows young people to gain foundational skills, build adult education, and create pathways to post-secondary opportunities and to employment. So there are the strategies that are baked in, and what WIOA does that actually includes those provisions to incentivize state and local workforce boards to have community-based partners to engage young people in those opportunities.
Yeah, thank you. My time's up, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.